Hey, David Connell, I'm staff trainer and quality ambassador. I've been here for 2 years now, and I work closely in integrating or trying to integrate as many people within Ananda Findan as we can to make sure that the communication goes out and we're all on the same page.
Beautiful. Angela?
Hello, I'm Angela Watkins and I've been here 2 years in August, and I started out as a carer and then I got asked to be a team leader, and that was very exciting. And I've also been offered to do physio assistant, and I really like that 2 days a week. I also do leisure and lifestyle 1 day a fortnight, so a bit of everything. And I really enjoy it here because the people made it, it's the staff that make it really nice, and same with the residents.
Yes, that's great. So you've both been here 2 years.
Yes.
So but you've both done a sort of variety of roles already. So how have you found the fact that you've been asked to adapt and change your roles over the last couple of years?
Change obviously is a little scary. It can also be exciting. But with good people around you, change can actually develop your skills in areas that you may never have thought of. Good direction, good leadership is the way that challenge and changes can be met, and to implement those changes to the highest possible standard.
Yeah. What about you, Angela? Because you've done in a short space of time, you've been asked to do all sorts of things.
I'm a strong believer in not focusing on the job that you've been given. I believe that you've got to expand from that. I'm not the type of person that says, it's not my job to empty the skips, it's your job, so I'm only going to do this. I've never been into that. I like to multitask, and that's what building your skills is all about. And I think with that, the management could see that I could do multi-things, and that's why I got offered what I got offered.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone has sort of, I think, started to follow that as well. Breaking down silos.
Breaking down silos, yeah, we're talking about that in a while. But both of you, so where did you come? You didn't both come from an aged care background before you came to Ananda, did you?
No, I spent 28 years in an automotive parts factory. I actually took a decision to leave there with a package and thought, what is an industry that will challenge me, and what can I get excited about doing? Strangely enough, aged care came up, and I spoke to several friends who had been involved in aged care and or disability, and certainly from what they were saying, they had a very positive attitude towards that direction. So I took on the training, and strangely enough, Ananda decided to keep me here. Much to, I say thank you very much for that.
What about you, Angela? What sort of background did you
I
have?
came from an office background. I was a foreign currency consultant for 18 years, and it worked in well because I have a young family, well, not that young now, but the hours were good. I was casual for 18 years, believe it or not, and I've always worked with people. The course fell into my lap. It was just meant to be, and I did the course.
But it's interesting because some people from the outside would say aged care is a dead-end sort of role that you just come in and become a carer and it's same every day, but you haven't found that.
No,
Definitely
completely
not.
the opposite.
No, definitely not.
I've told all my old work colleagues, they say, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing physio assistant now, I'm team leader and I'm doing this. And it's been great.
The best move I ever made.
Great.
Yes,
I wish I had done it years
same.
before.
I said the same thing. I wish I was 10 years younger.
Yeah, well, so do I, but that for other reasons.
We all do it.
I would still look the same 10 years younger.
But yeah, that is an area we'll talk about later. But we do want to build a career pathway, I guess, from Ananda's point of view, rather than carers feeling they only come in and do the care work and that's it, and there's no other opportunities. Nicole, you've been quiet so far. So how long have you been at Anand? A bit longer, I think.
14 years. I've been here. Love it.
Yeah. So seen lots of changes in that time.
Absolutely.
So what's been the change in the last year or so?
The being able to have their own choice, the residents' choices.
Yeah.
Not to, if they don't want to get up and have a shower, they don't have to get up and have a shower.
Yeah.
Food choices, eating in different areas,
Mm-hmm.
going to lifestyle in different areas depending on what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. So you think the new standards have improved things
Absolutely.
here? Yeah, good. And you've just recently been promoted again to team leader for the hospitality team, and particularly the cleaners.
Yes.
And and that was in recognition not only for your work as a hospitality team member, but also you've taken on lots of training like everyone else, including dementia training, which you put into practice regularly. How, if you're giving advice to other people in hospitality who think it's their role to just come in and do the cleaning and that's all they do, what would you say from your point of view?
Treat everyone the way you would want to be treated if you lived here.
Yeah.
And just be nice in general,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Put yourself in that person's
Yeah,
shoes.
put yourself in that person's shoes. If you wouldn't want it done to you, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do more than just cleaning on your average day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you help out with the carers and the wellness engagement team also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not hands-on, with residents, but if I'm going to lunch and people need their lunch taken back that way, I grab the trolley, put the lunches on it,
Mm-hmm.
take it back on my way,
Yeah.
different things.
Nicole's a team player, definitely.
Yeah. Great. And you, Angela, you mentioned breaking down silos. So
Yes.
what do you mean by that? Over the last year, have you seen a change to how the teams within Anand have been working?
Yes. I mean, first of all, it started with residents. We've given them choice and that sort of thing, and that was a big breakdown, so that was great. Carers have sort of stepped aside from being task-driven. It's more about engaging a relationship now. I've got some great friendships here with the residents. That's what we've all started to build on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, becoming more of a friend, creating a home environment. That has started to change, and that's what breaking silos is all about.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Definitely.
And people have learnt to engage with residents and not necessarily be lifestyle. You are a lifestyle person as well, Angela.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be lifestyle.
No.
Yeah, it should be everyone. From cleaners to cooks to chefs, whatever. Everyone's their friend now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always said in the beginning, we are the visitors,
Mm-hmm.
aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we said in the resident focused training, care training was we're not here, the residents don't live in our workplace, we're here to support them living in their own home. David, can you have fun at work?
Absolutely you can. Just ask Michael how many jokes he tells.
Boom, boom.
One of the most important things when it comes to having fun at work is, as Angela has said, when you engage with anyone, whether that be a resident, a staff member, anyone, you will find out a side where they actually will smile and actually will laugh. And it can be the silliest things. And once you engage and you find those things out, you're starting to break down those barriers, and it's a more open and a more helpful, what would you call it, uniting of all of us. So we get to learn more about the residents, what they like, what they don't like.
They learn about us.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And it is. It's
building
we are
relationships.
all here for a certain amount of time each day. Why we should make the most of that time.
Mm-hmm.
And if that means putting a smile on someone's face, that is exactly what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
And if Michael's jokes of the day work out okay, everybody should have a smile on their face.
I think the trademark is it's David's joke of the day, but that's okay. Also, in the resident focused care training, you touched on it there. We talked about the residents value relationships more than the task. So very much it's about people bringing their own personalities into work and using that. We have a very multicultural workforce here. What are the positives and issues around that?
The positives with that are, if you take the time, you can understand and engage with people from other cultures. You're always learning.
Yeah.
It is amazing the amount that you can learn within a facility like an Andafinden. Everything from food to the way people go about their daily lives to what interests them, everything. It's almost like a mini world within your workplace. It's fascinating, and again, it's all about communication. Open up to new ideas, open up to new thoughts. Don't be scared to ask questions, because in 2 years I've been here, my world has just simply been opened up.
Yes.
Absolutely opened up.
And that's because of all the different cultures. Diversity is fantastic. It broadens our minds. We're more educated from it. I never knew about Liberia until I made friends with Teresa, and she's just amazing. I've learnt to embrace all the different cultures, and I really like it, and I take my stories home to my husband. He said, "Oh, what's going on?" I said, "But I learn from all these people. I love it. You know, everyone, all the cultures, they're learning from us as well. They're learning the Aussie way, and I've had people ask, what's this in slang, and want to know our cultures, our foods, etc. It's all around. It's been great. Yeah, I think it's a good thing."
Great. And David, you've probably we've had a bit of a setback with the COVID situation, but you've been facilitating the team leaders to meet and carry out what we call quality circles, I guess. Can you just talk a bit about how you as team leaders actually provide continuous improvement on the floor?
Yes, I will collate many different issues, small issues, large issues, as I go around. I'm always listening to what team leaders or carers, Nicole or her team, anyone can pass me on any information about any issues that we've got. I will collate those, and when we have our team leader meetings, we will talk through them. If there's an easy fix, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll get it in place as quickly as we possibly can. If it's a bigger issue, then we'll try and knock down little bits of it at a time until we get to a point where we're happy with. And it is very much continuous improvement. Let's see what issues we've got, let's knock them over.
And do you feel as team leaders, do you feel capable of doing that without necessarily going to senior management to get that stuff done?
I certainly try to deal with as much of it as we can within our group.
Depends how far it's gone.
And the
how
whole
intense it is.
I've always said that when you have a group of people together, you have a huge amount of brain power in that one group. Lots and lots of issues can easily be resolved within that group. You can always take advice from outside of that group, which can then be implemented back in to find the solution. We all can chip in a little bit, and sometimes things that look almost impossible to fix can be fixable.
Yeah. From the hospitality team, Nicole have been doing a great job. Yeah, it's obviously ramped up the cleaning expectations because of COVID. How have you found the COVID situation and how that's been managed here?
I think it's been managed really well, and you've just got to keep going. You know, just keep doing the everyday things and the few little extra things that we have to do.
It's become the normal.
It really has.
Yeah, it's become the normal. Extra hygiene, extra cleaning, wiping, disinfecting. It's become the normal now. I think we're all very used to
in and out of
using
work.
sanitizer. Yeah, everywhere we go now.
Yeah.
It's
And we learned a lot from the flu outbreak that we did have here at Findon last year, which was handled very well. In terms of education, how do you feel the balance of education of obviously being required to do mandatory training, but also having voluntary training? How much do you think the carers or the wellness engagement team people want us to provide training, and whether that's online is sufficient for what they want?
I think we need other little training groups.
Online and face to face.
Yes, I think there are some things you can't really learn online. You need to be in a group.
Yeah.
And you need whatever what we're trying to teach you in your hand.
It's true.
What sort of things?
Well, dementia training's a start, isn't it? We're doing that face to face.
Yep.
With the hand washing thing, we did sort of face to
Yeah.
face, didn't we? We all gave everyone examples, didn't we? We had to show you or whoever was around. That was good.
General sluice room, you know, the way a sluice room should be, the things in the sluice room should be taken care of.
Yeah.
It's different. That would be much better.
So the plan this year is during the whole month of July, the team leaders, the nurses, the CNs and myself and David will be pivotal. We'll be observing everyone in practice actually on the floor and coaching them, assessing them in practice for manual handling specifically, but also a lot of those other things as well at the same time.
I'm a bit worried about that.
It's more of a coaching and making sure we all are on the same wavelength of what the correct, if there's a right and wrong way, that we're all on the same wavelength what that is. And that's part of continuous improvement. So for example, we've seen an increase in skin tears recently. Is that because of manual handling techniques? Is it because of something else? We don't know for sure. So if we can observe in practice and say give that coaching to staff directly in practice, then we all raise the bar a little bit, I think so. So that's in plan.
The whole thing with training is very much, if it's there,
Yeah, we'll do it.
look at it.
Yeah.
And
we'll do it.
And what Nicole says about in-house training and backed up by what we do on Ananda Academy and stuff,
Online.
it puts it in your head, you're doing it with your hands. It connects.
Yes.
The more people learn and the
Yes.
more people that get that connection
More success. Yeah.
tends to then mean that they will look more into the training.
Yeah.
So give me some more training. I've done this, give me some more.
Yeah.
And again, with good communication amongst all of us, we can drive that wheel. We can make those connections and we can get people interested in what the training we're putting out, the messages we're putting out. They can tell other staff that's good to learn. And it's like a circle, or even a network if you like. We can keep pushing all that training, information, tips about that's not how we're doing this, try this. It's all within that communications folder.
Yeah. And look, we're training, there are certain things that are fundamental, like manual handling or compulsory reporting, but there are other things like dementia care, which is an ever-evolving science and art, I suppose, where we're always learning new things. And over the last year, you would have noticed a big change to our dementia care, particularly around roads and with the opening of the doors. How have you found that to be from the staff point of view?
I think it's,
definitely
opening the
positive
doors,
move.
of course. Fantastic.
So are people generally, everyone's different level, but do you think staff are generally comfortable and confident with communicating with residents with dementia?
I believe the majority are, yes, the majority are. There will be some people I think will probably be wary of that. Again, is that just a simple case of us helping them to break down the barriers that they see is between them and dealing with dementia? It is a very complicated subject and dementia comes in many different forms in people. But again, it's about us being positive, putting out a positive message that tell us if you have issues and let's see if we can get you to understand why things are a certain way, give people knowledge, and hopefully break down any issues that there are.
Personally, I think dementia training is very important for absolutely every staff member here. I think we need to definitely continue on that. Yeah.
There'll be plenty of opportunities for that, and really we will mandate that staff have to have a level of understanding of dementia care, because it's
I think that's important.
It's just imperative.
Definitely.
It's just a fundamental of care now. How are you enjoying working at Nanda at the moment? What would be, if you had to explain the best bits of Ananda Findon to someone who wasn't here, what would you say?
Listening to resident stories.
That's good. Reminiscing.
Reminiscing,
Reminiscing.
What makes Ananda Findon the best home in Adelaide?
Oh,
The care, the service of care, the level of care we give.
the standard of
People
care
work with.
is good, and we're driving to get it to an even higher standard.
And yes, and me and the physio girls, we've got a dance
Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
And Suresh is going to sing.
If he's feeling okay.
Don't say that.
It's just nerves.
Yeah, we need to do more practice.
All right, so look, thanks for your time again, coming off the floor, and I know you've got to go home, Nicole, but thanks for all your hard work, and please do, it's a cascade process where I think if you role model positive care and being kind to residents, but also trying to get to know them and trying to allow them to know you as well, then others will follow. It wasn't the model of aged care 2 or 3 years ago. I think resident focused care is, it seems easy. It is easy. It is natural and normal. But task orientated care was very much drummed into people for many years, that you get your jobs done,
and that was it.
It's efficiency, and it's like working in a factory. It's we're not in a factory, and it's all about people, and it's all about relationships, and putting a smile on the resident's face, which you do every day. So well done. Thank you.